Hello, my name is Rockney, also known as The Rock, or simply Rock. I'm here to tell you a story about a very special girl in my life, Kelly Hart. In particular, I'm going to tell you about Kelly's 19th year when her life changed, as did mine. Last year, on this day, July 12th, 2015, as always, the family gathered to celebrate Kelly's birthday. Kelly loves her birthday as she's the center of attention, and Mom cooks all the foods Kelly loves. And boy, does Kelly love food, even more than I love a walk or a belly rub. As usual, Aunt Kathy and Uncle Tom turn the festivities. But they do that awful thing they do, as I guess they don't realize I have delicate dog ears and they really sing badly. Kelly then eats some more, this time cake. And the party winds up with Kelly opening presents like all the other years. The summer was like many summers, but Kelly was around less than usual. From the best I could tell, from my dog's eye view, Kelly was spending a lot of time with her friends. She also talked about having a job at a place called Nice Cream. And as always, she spent a lot of time running. Kelly did spend some time with dear old Rock that summer. We frolicked in the yard. Boy, do I love to run with Kelly. Those were the days. But I could tell that something was up. Then one morning, they started to do something I hate even more than their singing. They packed the car. Oddly, they all did not get in the car. It was just Mom, Ryan, and Kelly. Even though the highly exalted one, Dad, did not get in the car, I did not like the looks of this one bit. So I pleaded with Kelly not to leave me. Sadly, after her last hug, she shut the door and they drove away. After they drove away, my head was spinning. My favorite child, Kelly, looked like she had just done what Ryan did a couple of years ago. She left the pack. Although I was overwhelmingly sad, I ran up the stairs to Kelly's room. When I burst through the door, my worst fears were confirmed. Her room was clean. That has never happened. I felt panicked as I could tell that Kelly had left us. What is a dog to do? So I jumped on her bed to try to soak in the beautiful scents of my favorite child. Even though I understand I'm quite popular on social media, the powers that be here have not had the decency to get me my own accounts to keep up with the goings on of my people. So, I've been getting most of my intelligence about Kelly while lying on the floor at a dinner table. Here are some of the things I've learned. It did not take long before I heard some very troubling news. They said that right away, Bridget had been replaced with a new Bridget. They also said something much more troubling to me. There was a new Rock in her life. Said Kelly lived right next door to The Rock. I gave her the 5 best years of my life, and this is what I get. However, as the weeks wore on, the news I gathered from under the table was not all bad. Kelly seemed to be having fun in her new place. I heard reports that she liked the people she was living with. I also heard she had a great new group of girls who liked to run as much as she did. Mom and Dad visited her some and watched her race, just like they used to when she lived here. Since I am a dog and have no real sense of time, I cannot tell you exactly what had happened. But Kelly came home. We had a tear-filled reunion with hugs all around. Kelly even got to spend some quality time with the original Bridget, playing photographer for the homecoming dance. Sadly, she slipped away again with less fanfare than the dramatic band departure. It was not until Christmas time that I would see her again. For some reason, they think dressing a show dog up is funny or something. I look like a clown. In spite of the humiliation, my favorite child, Kel Dog, was home for the holidays. Once again, Kelly and I hugged. The family gathered around for presents and also ate a holiday feast. It was great to have the pack all together again. By this time, I was getting used to the fact that Kelly would leave again. From my superior listening skills, I heard about when the whole family visited Kelly on a winter weekend. And the original Bridget stayed with Kelly, and the whole family, except me of course, watched her race. It sure sounded like a great family weekend, except for the missing rock, of course. Even with a dog brain, I've come to realize that my favorite child, Kelly, would only visit occasionally. Even so, every morning when I wake up, I always hope today will be that day. Luckily, Kelly took her spring break here at home with a bunch of Ryan's friends. As a dog who rocks the spots every day, who am I to comment on her chosen look? Just glad to have the Kel dog home again. During the course of the year, I had figured out that the rock that Kelly lived next to was not a dog, and therefore I was still the number one man in her life. Sometime after the wonderful spring break visit, my heart was broken. There was another man in Kelly's life besides the rock, and his name was Jake from Notre Dame. He sounded hideous. In spite of Mom saying she liked him, this is all very troubling to me. My Kel dog with another man? Again, my head is spinning. In the event that Jake from Notre Dame can hear me, regardless if you are wearing khakis or other pants, you better treat my Kelly great. As my daily walks have gotten hotter and hotter, my dog calendar told me that Kelly's birthday was coming. But Kel Dog is not home to celebrate with The Rock and the rest of the pack. That is sad, but there is one bright side to this, as my friend the Grinch would think. There will be no singing this year. Without Kelly here, there will be no singing in Kelville this year. But then, with no Kelly at all, I heard it. That most terrible, awful sound.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly. Happy birthday to you.
I'm not sure what came over me, for sure. That horrible sound of singing, or my missing my favorite child, Kelly, ever so much. But I just needed to let out a few howls from my soul. Wherever you might be, Kelly, happy birthday from The Rock, and come home soon.